Hey guys, it's me! Today I want to talk about something we've all experienced at some point in our lives and will probably experience again in our lives, and that is pain. So this video is really going to be about how to move through pain. A lot of us get stuck in our pain. We tend to think it's forever, or we don't know how to overcome it. Recently, I had a flare-up of physical pain that was beyond anything that I've ever experienced before. But this video isn't just about physical pain. It's also about emotional pain, because often they can come hand in hand with each other. What I noticed is that my emotional reactions to the pain can make the whole experience even worse. This is often the case whether we're experiencing heartbreak or, well, a kidney stone. You can't really compare one with the other. They're both awful, excruciating, and you just want it to stop. First things first, it's important to learn to become attuned to your physical and emotions and your thoughts and your sensations. And what I mean by this is literally recognizing when it starts to come on. So for a lot of us with emotional pain, it will start with some thoughts. So let's say someone said something to you that was really hurtful and it triggered all these old emotions that are starting to come up. And your thought is like, oh my God, they're right. I'm useless. I'm a horrible person. Catch yourself as soon as you're thinking that thought and become the observer of those thoughts that you're starting to think. Become the observer of where you're feeling the pain in your body. A lot of times with emotional pain, it's in the heart. If you're feeling physical pain, then it's often easy to become the observer of where you're feeling that physical pain. So it's almost like removing yourself from your own body and observing. And I'm not saying it's going to take the pain completely away, but it's going to give you that tool to start to become the observer and realize what's really happening within you without attaching so much emotion and fear really to it. The second thing that's really important to remember is do not magnify it or make it dramatic. A lot of us actually do this, and especially if you have anxiety. So example, you're in pain, right? You have a horrible headache or a migraine coming on, and you start to think like, oh my fucking God, I'm gonna die. That's not true. You're likely not gonna die. That's drama. You're adding drama to what's happening, and those thoughts are not true. They're dramatic. They're overemphasizing. They're magnifying the problem and making it worse than it really is, because all you actually know in that moment is that your head is killing you, but not literally killing you. So again, try not to magnify or make it dramatic, because it's only gonna make the pain worse. My third tip, and this is a huge one, learn to breathe into the pain. And I know a lot of people, they hear about the breath and they've never really experienced going deep with it before, and they're like, breathing, yeah, I do that every day, but here I am, still in pain, and I'm breathing. Well, it goes a lot deeper than that, and there are certain patterns of breath work that you can use to help assist you through pain. So if you want to learn any of that, I'm sure that I will have more tips in the future, or you can just get a hold of me. But some things that are interesting about breathing is that it stimulates our parasympathetic nervous system. And by stimulating your parasympathetic nervous system, it's diverting your attention away from attacking thoughts. So even just taking those deep breaths, it's helping calm that nervous system down. This means breathing. This is my symbol for breathing. So just imagine yourself breathing into that area where you're feeling the pain, whether it's emotional and you're feeling it in your heart, maybe you're scared, you're feeling it in your stomach, maybe you have an actual stomach ache, maybe you have back pain, maybe you have leg pain. You catch my drift. Try and focus on sending your breath into that area. It's going to actually help release tension within those areas, and releasing tension is going to help soften your body and allow you to relax. The more tension that you build, the more you're going to feel pain. And the more you feel pain, the more tension you're going to build. And the more tension you build, the more you're going to feel pain. And it just keeps going and going and going and going, just like that. So you really want to catch it by slowing down your breath, calming down the nervous system, and really diverting those attacking thoughts away that are trying to make it dramatic. I know it's really hard if you're like in excruciating pain to slow down your breath, but you can do it. You have the power to do it. It takes a lot of mental focus, but it is possible. My fourth tip, and this one's really interesting. So there's some visualization techniques that you can actually use to help diminish the pain. So what you want to do is you want to think about your pain and give it a feeling, give it a sensation. So let's say your heart really hurts because you're in emotional pain, and it feels like sharp shards of glass just stabbing you, and it's so sharp, like you feel that sharp stabbing pain. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your breathing. You're gonna imagine, you're gonna feel that pain, that you're gonna describe it to yourself as best as you can. And as you feel that pain, you're gonna start to imagine what the opposite effect of that is. So for something that's more like sharp and stabbing, you might want to envision a smooth, gentle, maybe a warm rub, just a salve going over your heart and healing that pain. Begin to envision this as much as you can. If it's something like physical pain, let's say it's like a burning pain in your back, it feels like fire, it feels really hot. What you're gonna wanna imagine is really cool ice water just running over this area of your back and putting out that fire. Envision that as detailed as you possibly can. But fifth, really, there are just times that you're just gonna have to pep talk your way out of the pain. So, I mean, we all could use a good pep talk, and you have it within you. You know you best. You know you more than anyone knows you in the entire world. You know you best. And so you know what you need to hear to get through your circumstance, to get through your pain. So give yourself a motivational talk. Tell yourself, you know what? This sucks, but it's not going to last forever. This is going to pass. This is going to pass. Sometimes you got to repeat the same thing over and over and over again just to get yourself through it. But you can really do it. And if you're having trouble coming up with motivational speeches to yourself during that time, there are a ton on YouTube that are inspiring as heck. So you can look those up. If you want someone to personally motivate you, give you those pep talks that rise that fire in you and help you get through shit, then you can always message me too. I'm really good at it. Last but not least, just know that you don't have to be afraid. Fear makes pain worse. Fear makes everything worse. And you should know that no matter what it is, you can get through it. And I know that you can get through it because that's the reason you're still here right now. Because you've gotten through all the other shit. And you can get through this too. And you can get through what's to come. Pain is part of life. It's going to happen to all of us in one way or another. We're going to experience some pretty excruciating pain, and we're going to experience, some pretty amazing times in our lives. And it's important that we don't get lost in the pain and the negativity and the chaos, and we pull ourselves out and we learn the tools to get back to who we really are, because who we are is not fear. Who we are is love. All right, so on that little note, I guess this is my video about how to move through pain. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. It's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. I really want to use my experiences to help you guys. And I hope any of these tips help anyone. If this feels overwhelming, choose one. Choose one thing and try it. And if it doesn't work, move on to the next. These are all proven tools, both scientifically and personally in people's lives, that have worked to help them move through some of the toughest pain in their lives. So if other people can do it, and if I can do it, you can do it.